My fiancé had his best friend write his wedding vows. I made him read them at the divorce. Jake and I had been together for 5 years when he proposed. It was perfect. He took me to the beach where we first met, got down on one knee at sunset, and said the most beautiful words about how I'd changed his life. He cried. I cried. Everyone on the beach clapped. He'd written this whole speech about how he'd loved me from the first moment and wanted to spend every day making me happy. I thought I was marrying the most romantic man alive. We planned the wedding for a year. I handled most of it because Jake said he trusted my vision. He just wanted to show up and marry me. He did pick his groomsmen though. His best friend Adam was best man, obviously. They'd been friends since middle school. Adam was always around. Every date night turned into the three of us. Every vacation included Adam. Jake said I was being jealous when I asked for couple time. He said secure women didn't mind their man having friends. 2 months before the wedding, I was stressed about writing my vows. I'd written 12 drafts and nothing felt good enough. I wanted them to be perfect. Jake said he'd already finished his and I'd love him. He said he'd been working on them since the day we got engaged. That made me feel better. He was taking this seriously. The week before the wedding, Adam got drunk at the bachelor party and called me. He was laughing about how Jake owed him big time. I asked what he meant. He said writing wedding vows was harder than his college essays. I asked what he was talking about. He said Jake had paid him $500 to write the vows because Jake said emotional stuff wasn't his thing. Adam thought it was hilarious that I'd be crying over words Jake didn't even write. I hung up and confronted Jake. He said Adam was drunk and joking. He showed me the vows on his phone and said he'd written every word. They were beautiful. All about our journey together. How I made him whole. How he couldn't wait for our future. He practiced reading them and got emotional. I believed him. I wanted to believe him. The wedding day came. 200 guests, a gorgeous venue, everything perfect. When it was time for vows, I went first. Poured my heart out about our love story. Made everyone cry. Meant every single word. Then Jake pulled out his phone. He said he wanted to get the words exactly right. He started reading and they were beautiful. But something felt off. The language didn't sound like Jake. He never used words like ethereal or serendipitous in real life. Then he stumbled over the word amalgamation and pronounced it wrong. Jake had a master's degree. He knew that word. Unless he'd never seen it before. I looked at Adam. He was mouthing along with the words. He knew every single word of my wedding vows. The vows my husband was reading to me at our wedding. I kept smiling through the ceremony, but inside I was dying. My husband couldn't even write his own wedding vows. The most important words of our relationship, and he'd outsourced them like a work presentation. At the reception, people kept complimenting Jake on his beautiful vows. He accepted every compliment like he'd earned them. His mom cried, telling him she didn't know he was such a poet. His dad said he was proud Jake could express his feelings. Adam gave a best man speech about how Jake always knew what to say to get what he wanted. He actually winked at Jake when he said it. During our first dance, Jake whispered that he meant every word of the vows. I asked which words specifically. He couldn't remember a single line without looking at his phone. He'd memorized nothing because they meant nothing to him. They were just words Adam wrote for money. I found out more during the honeymoon. Jake hadn't written the proposal speech either. Adam wrote that too for $300. Every love letter Jake had ever given me came from Adam. Every romantic text that made me fall deeper in love, all Adam. Jake would just tell Adam the general idea and Adam would make it sound good. The birthday cards, the anniversary posts on social media, the poem he supposedly wrote when my dad died, all Adam. Jake had paid his best friend to be romantic for him our entire relationship. I confronted Adam on the last night of our honeymoon when Jake was passed out drunk, and he broke down crying, admitting he'd been in love with me since the day Jake introduced us, and every beautiful word he wrote was actually how he felt about me. He showed me his phone with 5 years of unsent messages to me, including one from that morning that said Jake had only married me because his trust fund required him to be married by 30 to inherit. When Jake woke up to find us talking, he saw Adam's phone in my hand, grabbed it, and threw it off the hotel balcony, but not before I'd already forwarded myself the recording Adam had secretly made of Jake explaining exactly how he planned to divorce me in 2 years once the trust fund cleared. Full story on channel, link below.